Yes, exactly. Let me tell you guys something that I find very interesting, and I don't understand it. So maybe you can help me, get some understanding. So now there's a guy who's on Twitter, and he wrote a statement comparing a woman to a pet. He says, as a high-value man, you owe no woman fidelity, not even your wife.
Wow.
She made the most of her prime, so it's only fair you enjoy your prime years too. Wow. Moreover, you married bought her. She didn't marry you. She did not. She couldn't have been the one that married you.
Wow.
I'm adding all of this, but she said he basically said a pet cannot be demanding loyalty and alliance from its owner.
Ha!
Yeah.
Who is this guy's supplier?
Do you have his home address? I think Mary should pay him.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I have to use this word. Was his mother a dog? But why is he saying pet? Why would he use the word pet? Is he okay?
To describe a woman.
Now this is why,
let's not forget that he's saying he's a high value man.
Yeah.
And so this is not necessarily
What is his definition of high value?
This is why I strongly kick against the concept of bride price.
No, so
I don't support bride price.
Doesn't have
No.
So even though they gave him the wife for free, he will still say, "Oh, because I gave it to you for free."
Alexis, I understand that this guy here is senseless.
Yes.
But then again, we have most men that have that mentality, even if they're not bold enough to speak out. Most men feel that a woman should be under them. Why? Because they paid some certain amount of money.
Is that the bride price to blame or their mindsets to blame?
Both.
Is your mindset?
I think it's both. I think
Their mindset.
personally,
Their
I don't
mindset.
support the idea of bride price. And this guy here, all I have to say is he meant. Like, he doesn't deserve my strength.
Meant means
Do you want
crazy.
to translate for
It means crazy. It means crazy.
Kids are watching the show, yeah? So let's just go with it meant.
Oh.
Yeah.
She wants to give it out. But let me tell you why I find very, very sad about this entire thing.
Are you sad? I feel like beating him from here if I see him.
No, this is not. My current reaction now is not the one of anger. It's actually one of sadness. Like,
Are you ever angry?
I feel really sad for him.
Okay.
Now, this is because this has nothing to do with bride price, in my own opinion. This is someone's mentality. This is how
And it's
you know.
appalling.
I don't
children.
even think that
my daughter not
if you
Django's
are
son.
playing, you're making a joke, you should even make this kind of statement. So it's worse
Exactly.
if you're actually being
deep.
serious. And if you're being serious, then there's a big problem.
So
there.
is he
I had
saying-
a conversation.
Yeah, okay.
I had a conversation with a guy randomly one day, where I went to do something. The guy was basically, telling me that men are generally more intelligent than women.
Wow.
Generally, all men generally more intelligent than all
Wow.
women. And I
Does
was
he know that
amazed.
scientifically children inherit intelligence from their mothers? Does he know that? Does he
Please
know that
ask him
he's
to
bright
learn.
because he took it from his mother?
Thank you for giving us these facts. But now it's funny because at the end of the day, these are mindsets that are passed down.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, his son is probably not going to understand why he feels that sort of way about women, but he's going to feel that sort of way.
Yes,
and he's going to be voicing
definitely.
it just like his man.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot
sad,
of work
really.
needs to be done on people's mindsets. People should not make statements like this and be allowed to go scot-free. They have to call them and give them a brand new.
Take them to National Orientation Agency because this one
If I'm actually this man's wife, I'll just try for a divorce. But that's almost disrespect.
And my problem with this thing is saying is that the Nigerian society has given too much to men. That they actually think that they're the real human beings, whereas the women are like
And yet
their assets.
cannot live without them.
You know, I was talking to one Igbo man. I have to call his tribe, and he's like, "What are you talking? You're just my property now."
Huh?
Yeah, he said that. I'm like, wow.
Property.
You mean your
So
mother
this
was
guy
your
is
dad's
not the only
property?
one.
And when you take it to that angle, they get really defensive. They say, "Don't call my mother."
And you know what they say? You're a woman, you're not supposed to talk. I hear that all the time. Is it supposed to be like that? This is the orientation. And you know what? Some women support that. Okay, I was in one market, or Nicha market, I'll mention it. We went to buy something and the guy refused to give us back our money, whereas he sold a plastic that was old and it was already broken. And he said, you have paid. And then his mother was there. Don't talk to a man like that.
Wow.
And
Excuse
and
you?
while I was with a lady who was more mad than I was, she said, "For what? Who is he? Is it because he has those things between his legs? So you think he's better?" The woman said, "My dear, man is man.
Wow.
Man is man. You don't talk back when they talk. You're supposed to
we can
listen.
excuse
I
that
was
one.
so
She's a market
angry.
woman. We can excuse her, but
No, but this
not
market
excuse
woman
her.
has
She's
children.
training
Yeah,
That she's going to pass her mentality
over.
on to.
Children.
And she
Yeah.
tell her girls, oh, your brother is
Exactly.
talking. Don't talk about that.
talk
thing.
Yeah.
And you know, funnily enough, from that, I will have to mention it. The eastern part of Nigeria, they passed this kind of what will I call it now?
I don't think-
mindset.
So
No, most of them are not.
It's not really.
educated.
It's not really an
let me
Eastern
tell you.
thing.
Let me tell you what.
No, I'm sorry.
Seeing a Yoruba
I have
person
seen-
that I was
yes.
supposed to get married to. When we were talking, so we talk about future Papa. He told me straight up that if I get married to him today, he's going to open a shop up when I stop my video.
Oh
Wow.
yeah.
Oh my God. Yes.
I have that. I know.
To be out in
Yeah, I get that. I get that a lot.
Can you on women meet?
Yes. They say media ladies are not decent
okay.
ladies.
Yeah.
Okay,
In Nigeria, that's what they
It's
think.
not an Igbo thing. He was a Yoruba guy.
Speaking of this
It's
guy's
actually
tweet,
not an evil thing. I
Yeah.
agree.
speaking of this guy's tweet, there are a couple of things that I find very, very disturbing in what he said. First of all, he thinks women have enjoyed their prime.
I wanted to say that.
And I am thinking, what does he mean by women have enjoyed their prime?
Is he trying to say that we are out there everywhere?
No.
Yeah,
Sadly, I think
in this
they
part of the world,
Okay.
sorry, let me land. In this part of the world, it's expected that women at certain age, so once you're 20, everybody is looking at you like, when are you bringing a man home?
Yeah.
When are you getting
Flower very
married?
soon, yeah.
So for every relationship you enter, most of these girls, not all of us do, because I know that most of us, our mindset have been changed, right?
Liberated.
For every relationship they enter, they are thinking marriage. That's why when a relationship doesn't work, some of these girls, they want to kill themselves. Who after everything I've done for you, I want to die. What did you do? You guys were just having sex. Get over yourself.
Not just sex. Some people
know.
do more than sex.
I get it, but
And it's
sometimes
supposed to be
it's just
two-way
it's a
thing.
two-way thing.
Yeah.
But because of
Like-
this mindset, so this is kind of pressure that is on the girl child.
Yeah.
Okay, and by the time she's 25, 26, 27,
I'm not seeing anybody for.
and I say, and then finally she gets married, and then this person sits down smoking his Obumosho weed, saying women enjoy their prime.
Please off your mic, Honorable Minister. Off your mic.
I like how. So yeah, talking
fragmented.
about prime, I'm thinking, he feels women their prime started when they are born until when they get married. So the men their own prime starts when they get married to when they die.
I don't think it's about marriage.
children.
I don't think it's
Yeah.
about marriage. I think some men, they feel that as a lady from 18 to about 25, that's your prime. That's when you can explore. That's when you can meet different
some
men.
parts of
And then from
Nigeria,
25 to 26,
14.
you should actually be in a man's house and just stay there. And then they just feel a man's life begins at 30.
Yeah,
So at 30, if I now help you and marry you and make you
Help,
a
bring me a
woman,
favor.
and then make you a wife. give
Ghana
you that
Thunder is
intimacy.
taking time.
You should not cage me. I did you a favor by
So
keeping
now
you
you
at
go out there
home.
and explore.
So just support
now I
me,
understand
yeah.
that my prime is just
Yeah, we
beginning.
did. You
understand?
Seriously, we really need
Wow.
our mothers to liberate the female children
I think
of this generation. I think it's happening already.
That's already done.
I think the whole of Nigeria is just travel abroad, right? Yeah, just gotta reset our mindset and come back.
Some people still think that way. Why I was saying Igbo then was not that I was pointing to just the tribe. It was because I actually I've been there. Like I am there. I stay around that side of Nigeria, and I know some kind of people still have this olden days mindset.
My dear, let me-
And we really need to liberate them, sensitize these girls so they don't have that mindset. Why are you smiling at that? What's
let me
so
show
funny?
you. Let me share a story here. I think 3 years ago, there was this guy that we weren't dating, but he wanted me. Yeah, he proposed marriage, and then I was asking, okay, hope I'll still be doing my job, and he laughed. I was like, media, I really don't think so. And then I asked,
He's a businessman, right? Sorry for us.
No, a soldier.
It's not even a businessman.
Do you beat women? Do you know that it took him like 5 minutes? He
You
was
have to
dancing
think
around
it.
that question. He was dancing around it. And then he now said, when my wife is stubborn now, I'll just reset her brain.
Wonderful.
I was like, okay.
Sorry, wait.
Where is that man? Please come and beat me.
I told you that you like it hard and rough.
Alexis.
This is not about, like, I feel like, this whole domestic violence thing, it's deep. There are many ways that this mindset shows itself. Like when you see a man who says, I'm entitled to cheat, my wife can't, but I can.
Yeah.
That's one way it should
That's a point.
Another way is she misbehaved. Of course, I can lay my hands on her and beat her. I'm only trying to retrain her because I think her parents
didn't do a good job.
Yeah.
That's another way.
The audacity.
There's so much of. So you can't like say this particular tribe, this is what they do, because it's almost like when you bring out line up like how many men now, there's little bit of that in some of them, that mindset.
Almost all of them.
In one way or the
other.
So I think it's like an entire mindset, overhaul that, we as people actually need, both men and women, so that people know that this is actually not okay. Even in a marriage, for example, in a relationship, a woman saying, I'm going to set myself, to be defensive and fight back in the case of an abuse is a very dangerous situation to be. It's better to not even be
because you will get killed.
Because an abuser, do you know what it is?
Sorry to add, do you know that these men that have this mindset, to add what you're saying, do you know that most men that have this mindset, especially Nigerians, when they travel abroad,
they don't dare.
So honestly, even say that
they're not born there well.
They don't.
They're not born there well.
Second,
Our society pampers men.
I was even going to ask, this mindset we are saying is their mindset,
It's not their
Where did it come
mindset. It is conscious wickedness. That's how I
so
see
it was
it.
passed down from
It was passed.
Exactly.
Yes.
So how do we cop this dirty, filthy
By
mindset?
flushing that set of people, that generation.
So how do we flush them? Do you
by
think by
these
killing
woke
them is
parents,
okay?
no, by these woke parents training our children the right way to
The right
disciple.
way.
That's what I want.
Giving birth to children and then letting them know
You are a boy, you are not more than the girl. You are a girl, you are not lesser. I think it starts there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually.
So gradually,
So
this generation will all die and go. Then the
Next
kids that will
generation.
infuse the better way of living, they will now infuse that into their kids, and they will have better generations.
You don't even
Okay,
have to
so
come out
let's-
and
Let's take a
do.
look at this.
Okay.
So let's look at the bride price issue. I think it's very important to, we know it's tradition. What do you guys think about that? Do you think it's something that should change? Do you think it's part of the reason why some men actually feel entitled, just like the way this man says he acquired a property and he gave an example of, a pet. Do you think, this age-long tradition of paying bride price in this part of the world should actually be something that is taken away, to remove or reduce or completely eradicate this kind
I've
of entitlement?
never liked the
that comes from-
concept.
I'm going to
Bride
give an
price.
example. When my elder sister was getting married, to my surprise, because I was expecting my dad to collect some families in Akwa Ibom State, they actually tell you. I've seen a list where I saw bag of bra for the old girls. in the
Akwa Ibom
family.
list.
100 yams. They will specify the kind of yam they want. Big yams. They'll say buy bike for the whole community.
What?
Yes,
Ah,
I have
Akwa Ibom
seen
list.
that.
You have not seen it.
before. Now these things are not. It's not. I think this bride price thing is actually how the family. Yes, like you get to know how greedy a family is. Do you know what my dad said? My dad said, "Don't pay anything. I'm not selling my daughter."
Nice.
Yes, he did not, but in my own case, he has to collect.
Yes,
it.
to
Give me the money. If you don't want it.
Now to add to what you're saying, right?
I'm trying to say it's not like it's a rule to just sell out your daughter.
To
It's
extort
something I can
money.
just say, fine, don't worry. It's just culture. We can overhaul that, and you can bring some. My daddy said, just do what you want to do, but I'm not selling my daughter.
Yeah, I think that was.
Do you think it changes anything if we actually change
It doesn't change.
Okay,
nothing.
the original
if men
idea of
don't
it,
pay
right?
that money, I don't think they'll feel that entitled because they will have that mindset that okay, if I offend this woman, all she gotta do is walk away. Yeah, but some men that mindset of I've paid this. So traditionally,
I
you're
own
tied
it.
to me.
Yes.
You have to be under me. Now I have a friend in Delta who he was married to this beautiful lady, and their marriage hit the rock. Do you know what this guy told me? He said, I am going to marry another woman and I would deliberately not collect the bride price from her family so that she will forever be single. Isn't that wickedness?
Yeah, that's tradition.
Yeah, there's tradition
Isn't
like
that
that.
wickedness?
And if she
You
sleeps
have
with
to
another
return that
man,
bride price
something
to-
will happen
Do you
to her.
understand? So I think
There are
women are
traditions
being
like that.
caged. I never will support that concept of
So
bride
it might
price.
not be,
Never.
it might not be money that's the means of connection. It could be some arrangement. Marriage could be very spiritual and very so.
Yeah.
If it's not money, some other things, maybe items. It's an exchange of I don't know.
No,
something
here's
has
the
to be
thing, right?
involved.
Yeah.
People don't collect money. Something has to just be known that we collected this
There's
for
an
you.
exchange.
Yeah. So it's not about
not the
monetary.
monetary-
value.
And I think a lot of people now are getting it wrong because following some studies, the original idea of bride price was just an idea of the man being able to show that the things he's bringing during the traditional marriage day for the girl's family and to the girl is to show that he can actually provide and protect the girl. It was just for symbolism per se. So now it could be like from where I come from in Cross River, just bring some tubers of yam, palm oil. That's what the things that we are known for. You know, some clothes for the girl. Of course, it's a new bride, so she needs all these what do they call them? Abaya. You know, some cowries. You know, but now in recent times they don't do cowries anymore.
It's been abused, thousands.
You know, so now what
we didn't tell them what abaya is in English. Wrapper.
Yeah, rapper, Hollandis. So in recent, and most times, okay, what they collected at the time, even recently when my other sister got married some years back, was 75 naira.
That's what I'm saying.
75 naira. Now it's just the symbolism.
They hide under the umbrella of 75 naira and give you list worth 1 million naira.
That's why she said. That's why she said. Now some families now leverage their greed on it.
Yes.
To exploit the potential suitor or the potential husband.
They are
greedy, or they are even. I don't even know what to make of it. So it's not really the idea of the bride price. It is people just messing up the whole idea of it. And then the guys are not like, just like in Igbo land, when you come before you marry an Owerri girl or an Anambra girl. Hey.
Okay. So you guys have said so much, honestly.
So when those men marry, they feel, do you know how much I spent? Millions.
Yeah, so you should worship me.
We all agree that it's not about, you know, the bride price. You know, men want to do whatever they want to do based on mindset.
Yes. It's the personality.
Okay, let's not